just for people who don't know what the kilo conversion is, 147 pounds he weighed in that first picture. And, that's probably what I was weighing in college too. And a lot of people, I probably thought I never can get that big either. But, you just never know, what your genetics are until you actually start, eating and training and stuff like that. I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution. Welcome back to another exciting episode of RX Muscle Spotlight. I'm Dave Palumbo. Today's guest is one of the biggest super freaks, and I don't use that term very lightly, one of the biggest super freaks in the bodybuilding world. I think he's going to take the world by storm the next time we see him on stage. This guy is enormous. He's from the Ukraine. He lives in Dubai now. Vlad Suhoruchko. I'm going to ruin your name now. Suhoruchko. Am I right?
Yeah, sure. Exactly.
Did I say it right?
Suhoruchko. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Now, Vlad, I've watched your career as you started, at a younger age. I remember when you turned pro at the Dennis James Classic. I think you told me earlier you were only 225 pounds, which would have been about 100 kilos. And now you're tipping the scales on stage at 275. I mean, you've put an enormous amount of muscle on. I mean, anyone who follows your Instagram, and you got a lot of followers on there, go crazy whenever you put up a new picture. I mean, you just got a lot of freaky muscle. Just take us back a little bit, because a lot of people don't know where you quite came from. Tell us how you got started in bodybuilding and, how you first got introduced to it in the Ukraine.
Yeah, for sure. Like I say, on beginning, I was playing football. I'm not have any vision, and any imagination what one day I will be professional bodybuilder and compete, this on biggest level in this world. So I was playing football, and coach, our coach from football team, he's told to us, to all team, we have to go to gym, and start work with weight. We have to be, we need to get more strong, So, and when I first time went to gym, I start train, and I really start like this. I start like how I start feel, how I start look, this. And I start changing very fast. Guys who was with me in my same team, so they look at me and they say like how fast I'm changes, So, and also it's make me more exciting, So if they say like this, okay, I will show you, this more better. So that's how I work and how I did. And
how old are you in that picture right there on the left?
This was when I just started go to gym first time. It was, I think it's 16, 17. Yeah, 16, 17 like this.
And how old are you now?
27.
That's only 10 years you put on a lot of muscle you put on. What did you weigh in that first picture?
Yeah, to be honest.
How much?
Huh?
How much did you weigh in that picture?
I play football. I remember my weight was 67 kilograms.
That's crazy. Did you ever think that you would weigh, what you weigh now, 125 kilos?
To be honest, even when I start compete, I think I'm not have this structure and potential to become like, I always look at to, this like biggest guy, the bigger guy, like mass monster. And I think it's just not about me, not about my genetic, So
you never know. Just for people who don't know what the kilo conversion is, 147 pounds he weighed in that first picture. And that's probably what I was weighing in college too. And a lot of people, I probably thought I never can get that big either. But you just never know what your genetics are until you actually start eating and training and stuff like that. And did you like football? When he talks about football, he means soccer. You're not talking about American football.
Yeah, soccer.
Yeah. Did you like this sport? Were you good at it?
I was before playing Academy of Dynamo Kiev. This was this really good level. So
Right.
then after we have like our coach is changes. So and they make they start separate team. And I was one of the guy who is have to leave. So I have to leave. I go to another team. It was level not like this. This was less level, and
Right.
my motivation start go down. Like I'm not was happy more like I was before. So that's why I'm start to focus it on bodybuilding. I start passionate about gym, about training, about these things. So, and I remember I was playing football, at the same time I was in college. So at morning I wake up, I go to college, so and then I spend there is more than half of this day. So and then I go to training with my football team. I finish it workout with football team, and I go to next part of my city, training gym. So I was so crazy, about this and excited. I just love this. So and I came back home like around 12 o'clock at night. So and I not feel tired. I just want to do what I want. So
I think, and maybe you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Once you start bodybuilding, if you're a guy who's like really into it, you start seeing team sports as like a pain in the neck because you have to worry about the other people and you have to do things when the coach tells you to do it. With bodybuilding, you can kind of do things on your own schedule. If you want to go to the gym, you go to the gym. If you want to eat your meal, you eat your meal. With team sport, everyone's together. And I think it's hard if once you get bit by that, bodybuilding bug, you don't want to do anything but lift weights, right?
yeah, but it's also about your mentality and your character. So for some people, they can't be inside team. It's easy for them, to be one. For example, someone give to them rules, and they follow. For me, I never was like this. And even I remember I was in university, I was in college, I was in school, I was everywhere. If someone will say to me something, fuck off, I do whatever I want, So yeah.
The reason I say this is because some people do better with individual sports like bodybuilding or tennis or whatever the case may be, where you just only have to depend on yourself. And other guys really like the team atmosphere where they have to, everyone has to depend on each other and everyone travels together. I'm like you. I did the team sports, but I like the individual thing where I can kind of make up my own rules and stuff like that.
Sure. And also about bodybuilding, I think if we talk about like professional level, it's also some kind of teamwork, because of you need to have next to you people, for example, who will, be with you in gym, who will help you, who will support you. You have to have professional coach. You need to have your, so your doctor, you have to have many things, So it's also like teamwork, but main thing here is you are boss, you are told what to do and how it's better managed.
Right. Well, yeah, right. You're everyone is there to support you essentially is what is going on. Everyone is surrounding you, all your team members to make you the best bodybuilder because you are the team essentially. You're the main guy. Talk to me about how when you finally decided, hey, you know what? I like bodybuilding so much I actually want to get on stage and compete. What year was that? How old were you and what made you decide to finally compete?
2014 it was. I went to competition it was a regional competition in my city where compete guys from my gym, with who I was trained in gym, yeah. To be honest, when I saw, I was fucking, how to say, impressive what I saw on stage. And I just, I say to myself, 100%, next season I will be in the same stage and I will compete here. And it's happened.
That's great. And what did you weigh at that first show that you competed at?
85, I think, like this. But to be honest, like shape was, I did everything by myself. I don't know how to do, this, like what to do with salt, with carbs, with water, with everything. To be honest, I think on my first, before stage, I will die.
Really?
I swear.
You went extreme.
Because I don't know, like I start preparing with this guy, some information I get from these guys, with who I was together. But when this topic comes to, for example, like peak week, let's say, so do main things, with salt, with water, with these things, I'm just stop drinking for 3 or 4 days, and I start eat carbs, everything, I start just, my stomach is, this blow, stop. Oh, fucking hell.
We know you guys, from that part of the world there. You're very stubborn. You will torture yourself to death, to the point of death, sometimes. So that's why it's important to have a coach who's at least someone who's there telling you, hey, this is too much.
I think our part where we are, like East Europe, let's say. So people from here did a lot of these crazy things. What this, if to say someone from USA, they will say like, "What the fuck you're who you are," So, for example, we are stopped drinking water like for, let's say, 3 days. 2.5, 3 days, like no any water. If you are, because we are, this explain this. If you have to eat carbs. And you are not drink water. So because of, this, you have to be full, but no one not explain what, this like combination with water and carbs, this make you full. So we think if we will eat only carbs, we will get full, but it's even getting worse. We are, cook, for example, chicken. We are just boil this chicken with 2 times, for example, to lose all this fucking fat, 1 time you boil, there's another one.
It wasn't enough. You got to get more fat out of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
it was probably shoe leather by the time you ate it.
There's also, we are start to drink water, what it's called distillate. It's water would not have any minerals inside.
Right.
It's just for car, for... So, yeah.
This show, this was you were 88 kilos in this picture, and you can see you have the structure.
92 kilogram. It's was first competition, international competition. What I did, it was 2017 in Top de Calmar. It's France.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you look good. You can tell that you had the right structure for bodybuilding here, and you can see, you have all the body parts. You needed more size, obviously. Now, how did you hook up with the guys from Kuwait? Because I know you were over there with Bader and the Kuwait crew for a while. And when did that happen? Did they contact you, or did you contact them?
No, I contact Oscar. I even not expect what he will reply me, because he has had a lot of followers, there's a lot of people, who is texting all the time to him. So I was just send a message, and tell him, this, I really want to start, and I understand my knowledge is not enough for, this to be, this go to next level, and I would like to start work with you. So he's Oscar is reply me. and
Oops.
I try to. So one time I compete in Hungary, I get second place. Then after I say I will go after 2 weeks to Dennis James Classic,
Right.
and it's the show when I won my pro card. So Oscar is replay me. He's told me, okay, you know, we will start work together, but he's told me, you know, this what is price was it's too high, you know, for coaching, you know, and I say, yeah, everything is nice, but just not about price, because I live in Ukraine, you know, and we are have not, you know, this a lot salary, a lot money, you know, for this. If I would pay for coaching, I would just not have money for, you know, for buying food, for eating normal. So I told him this. He's, you know, he's told me.
Charging you for coaching. How much was the coaching?
I not remember on this time how much he told me, but it was good money, you know. So, and I told him this honestly. He say, okay, don't worry about this. We will start work with you, and this topic close. So never.
They sponsored you essentially over there, right?
Yeah. So, and he is, you know, to be honest, he is really right person. He is a good guy. And if you will ask someone, you know, how he is like person, everyone will say to you only positive things. And it's really
he's great, good guy.
You know,
I
remember also he's invite me, you know, this to Kuwait to come there. So they give me apartment where I can stay, you know, for free. You know, they just pay for ticket, you know, to get there.
Sure.
So, and also they help me with all medication, with supplements, with all these things, you know. So yeah, it was like that. And yeah, like they oxygen, you know, they did for me a lot. And you know, I'm, like I say, I'm appreciate, and I'm very grateful to everyone, to Badr, to Oscar, you know, for everything what they did for me.
When you got there, how much did you weigh?
It was off season. I not exactly remember, but after competition, it was like I was maybe 115, like that, like this was.
How much muscle did you put on while you were there?
For 2 weeks. I got there 10 kilogram. Really, everyone was shocked, you know, like they like how this, you know, they like every day I was changing there because of this different system of training, the different system of, you know, food. I never eat so much food like there, you know.
Yeah, give me. People want to hear about this. So when you were in Ukraine, what would be a typical off-season diet? Were you eating 6 meals a day? Were you eating 8? How much were you eating in Ukraine versus when you went to Vader's place?
First, what I want to say, it's about here is wrong system of counting. You know, for example, they like usually, like normally, yeah, we count food after cooking, okay?
Right.
So, for example, yeah, here, people are measure food, you know, when it's raw, for example. So, and let's say, you know, like if we eat, for example, 1.5 kilogram of chicken when it's raw, so it's like, I don't know how many, it's maybe 800 gram, yeah, 900 gram of when it's
a lot of chicken.
Yeah.
So you're eating that at every meal there?
Huh?
Are you eating that much chicken at each meal?
No, before it was very less, because I say like now, for example, let's say like every meal like 220 when it's cooked, you know, like cooked now.
Right.
Before, for example, yeah, it was, let's say 200, but raw before cook. So when you cook, when this 200 gram, your cook, it will be around 120, for example. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, and you can imagine, yeah, like 100, let's say 100 gram of chicken, you didn't eat before. So if you count this till all 6 meals, it will be plus 600 gram of chicken. You know,
A lot of it's a lot more chicken.
yeah. So I never
you
eat
eat
carbs like that. You know, maybe maximum what I was eat like 5 meal. It's, you know, this was like, no, I was scared about carbs because I think if I would eat carbs, I will get fat. You know.
I don't think I've ever seen you fat. Every picture I see of you, you look shredded. Do you get fat?
To be honest, in off season, I prefer in, you know, I can be watering, like, and I can say this to everyone: if you are professional, you can be watering. It's okay, it's normal, but not fat. You know. So if you're fat, you know, like I'm right now, I'm have cooperation with many things what I do, you know, about like working moments, you know, and I always have to be on shape first because I feel better like that, you know.
Right.
And also, if you go to public or somewhere, people are look at you and they impressive. They not think who you are, powerlifter or bodybuilder, you know.
No, yeah, but you know what? You look big. It's not like you're walking around small. You're walking around very big and in shape. So I think that's marketable. People want that. You know, this way people want to hire you for guest posing jobs and stuff like that. I mean, that's something
that's why, and you know, there's also one of the biggest thing. It's Dennis Wolf, you know, teach me. He's teach me, you know, like to be, you know, this. I'm getting enough size. I get, you know, this. I'm already have everything like about size what I need. Yeah. So, but if I would stay in shape, I will be just better, you know, this better condition. My muscle will be hard, deep, you know. So because of no need, you know, getting more size. But I don't know. Even I not try getting more size. I getting big all the time, you know. If I would even eat a little bit, I would. This doesn't matter what. I don't know how it works.
Your body just likes to put muscle on and grow. Are you very strong in the gym?
Yeah, I'm train. I train hard. I'm really, you know, only I can say with only 2 person with who I can challenge, and you know, from all bodybuilders with who I was trained together, it's Ruli and Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan's strong. I didn't know that.
Yeah, these 2 motherfuckers who is very very strong.
Really?
Ruli, for
I
him,
always tell people the guys who have the best quality muscle, freaky, dense, grainy muscle, those guys always train heavy. You ever notice that? And people say to me, you know, oh, you don't need to train heavy. But the guys who train the heaviest look the best. Look at Nick Walker. You know, he trains heavy too. I mean, and there's something to lifting heavy weights and growing big muscle that's got crazy shape and
it's
roundness.
make your muscles like,
right?
you know, grainy, and you know, this like even, you know, this effect when you see on your striation about fibers, about everything, you can say it, you know. So that's why, you know, this way of training. And I see, you know, for example, I choose for myself, give more focus, for example, and give like, for example, train with heavy weight. I can say what when I do more focus, so pump, this feeling what I have it only when I train. When I finish my workout, I went from I go out from gym. I even not remember what I train. But if I train hard, so I will remember till, you know, this how many days, you know, what was with me.
Right.
And it's affect my muscles, and you know, this like pressure from this workout still there, you know, they will be stay there in muscles.
Sure. I saw that you did this workout recently with Andrew Jack. How strong is he?
He's strong. He's we was trained with him arms, so you know, we was like on a similar way. He's of course no one just don't want to show what someone give up or like have some weaknesses or something. This was like challenge, and I like this so much when you train with someone this really good. You just want to show your best side.
Well, it's great to be able to train someone who pushes you. And I always tell people there's nothing better than a great training partner, because you push each other and to a higher level. Because when you train with someone else who's at the same level as you, you want to do better than them. It's like a competition. So you push harder. If you train with someone who's not as good as you, or if you train alone, there's not as much motivation to lift heavier or to do, crazier lifts, because there's no one pushing you essentially.
Yeah, I agree, but also this very difficult found someone who is follow this same way like
Right.
you. So
Sure.
Because okay, if you have to train together, can be really nice, but some people are just don't ready for that, so
Right.
and
Yeah,
it's
sure.
very difficult. I train with a lot guys, for example, we start train together, they were strong, but it's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and they gone because they cannot, they follow this system. They try found excuse. My back is hurt. I had
Right. They don't
here
want to train
something. I
it.
have that. This like so, and they even switch in gym because they just don't want the like
Yeah, they're embarrassed. Yeah.
yeah.
Look, there's not. Look, I was like that too. I trained like an animal when I went to that gym, and that's you got it. It's like war. It's like going to war when you go to that gym. You have to try to outdo what you did the last time, and that's how you make improvements. Talk to me a little bit about what your experience was last year competing. How did you feel about your placings, and where's your mind at right now moving into this season?
Let's say I did my pro debut. It was 2020. So 2020, I did just 2 shows. First time I compete in Europa Pro. I got 13th place. When I'm one of the most conditioned guy was there, so I not was so big on this time, but I was good, So, and it was not fair what, I can say it honest and everyone can say it, but I have what I have. So, and then after 2 weeks, after this competition, it was my first pro debut. I didn't know what to think about myself. Maybe I'm just, think what I'm good, but I'm really, the shit, and it's not my level. It's very far from me. I think, like maybe it's just my dream, what I wish, but it's not there. It's not right now, So I spoke with Oscar. He said, no, believe me, if, you would not be in oxygen, if you would not be good, we are not work. So
Right.
I listen him. He's give me motivation. He's give me, this fire, desire again. And then I have my second show after 2 weeks in Romania. And in Romania, I get second place. Imagine. So I was so close,
Yeah.
to win the show. But there was first Regan Grimes, and they give me second place. So.
Yeah. And a lot of
And
people thought you should have won that show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but this, I can say it's also about I'm no name. I'm just came there. There's no one didn't know me, like who you are. So and yeah. So and from this season, I get in points, and I start my next season 2021, and 2021 by points I get qualification to Olympia.
Right.
So, but because of issue with visa and the situation with Corona and all these things,
Was going on then,
so
right?
yeah, I'm not go there, and so I miss Olympia 2021. So 2022, I was start compete here. Also in the end of year, I win my first pro show in Italy. I get in qualification to Olympia, but because of many things, this I was like, I don't like it looks like this I'm complaining, but before 3-4 weeks I just cannot sleep, this like normally, like biorhythm is changing, and for example, like all your routine, all your normal life, this getting this like shit because of like I my time, my biorhythm is changing, so and I just cannot, continue proper like I did, and it's affect my body. I was very exhausted because of no sleep for this time, and like 2 weeks I didn't sleep even. But I continue, because of like 2021, I didn't compete in Olympia. I have to be 2022, and show something, doesn't matter what. So and I fight. In the end, when I came to Vegas, the shape was really like my body is showing what you are really tired. But I try make everything to just bring this my best from this condition, what I can do, like what's the situation. I was competing Olympia. I was in there was 5 callouts. I was in 4th callouts in middle with Blessing Shaban, so
Yep.
and of course I'm not satisfied, and I was this when I came back to here to Dubai, it was very big stress for me, so I'm not expecting this, and like it was mess, but it's give me push, to show something, to look at your situation, look at where you was, and make analyze what you need to do and how you can do better, and so right now this season was starting. I go to Portugal. I was get there, and I was get 6th place again. They big punch for me. Like, and I not give up. I try to understand what was wrong and where I need to go. So and right now I have 4 weeks to next show. It will be in Italy, and I don't want to say too much, and like I just will come to the show and show everything. No big,
Yeah,
no
you're
big
going to do your
words.
best. That's all that anyone can do is their best. And, sometimes the lineup is weak, sometimes it's strong, and sometimes you do well. And sometimes you have a better judging panel of judges that like your physique. Sometimes you have a judging panel of judges that don't like your physique. That's the world of bodybuilding. I tell people this all the time. Now, when did you make the move from Kuwait over to Dubai to train at Benai's gym over there? Because I know you at some point you had left Kuwait and went to Dubai.
I was in Kuwait just for preparation.
Gotcha.
Oxygen also have in Abu Dhabi. So
Right.
I stay all the time, on preparation there in Abu Dhabi, in Oxygen.
Gotcha.
But in Abu Dhabi there is very quiet. There is no life. There is no friends. There is absolutely nothing. Like same like in Kuwait. You can just eat, sleep, nothing to do.
Which is not bad for a bodybuilder if you're getting ready for a show, right?
Yeah, to be honest, I make my Kuwait even better here in Dubai. In my home, I have everything what I need. Thanks God, I have people who is support me and who is always stay behind my back, and I'm very grateful for this. And when you feel calm and peaceful, this main thing, it's mean what you can do, really big things. But when you always stress it because of some things, doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter which team, where you are, with who you work, it will not affect you, right? So main thing is your mindset. If you're set up all your things, if you're calm and you're focused, it affect your life like general. It's about your shape, about your feeling, about your mood, competition, and like I say, general. This.
People have to understand too. They may not understand this. Your whole family left Kuwait because Vlad lived right on the border of Kuwait and Russia.
No,
and that
Ukraine,
whole territory.
Ukraine.
Excuse me. Sorry, Ukraine. Sorry. My mistake. And you know, a lot of people don't realize that, and you told me this, and I didn't even know this, but your home where you lived in Ukraine is completely Russian occupied now. So it's not even Ukrainian anymore. It's Russian. And so your whole family left, right?
Yeah. So to be honest, this is what's you know, like, how to say, one of the biggest, you know, this and worst situation in my life when this war has happened, because I just, you know, try give explanation for people, you know, this how you can feel, because if it's not touching you, you know, you will never understand it. So I was already in Dubai. Yeah, my family live in Ukraine. Everything was nice, you know. I built my life here. I do everything what I need here. And then one time, my mom called me and say this war is started, and you just absolutely like this. You're switching your mind, and everything what you did before, your routine, your, you know, your plans, your everything is ruined, and you are getting like numb, you know, inside everything. You're not have any emotion. You're not have. You're just get crazy. I remember I was sitting all whole day with my phone, you know, like this, all the time, and I was checking news, because on this time, no proper news, no proper information, no nothing what you can get. You just and all stressed, and all, you know, this scared, because of they don't know what to wait, you know, what will be. And you know, of course, and this time it's starting my preparation, you know, my off season is finishing, and start my preparation. And you know, the people just can imagine how I was feeling this. And you know, this, I'm just keep on fighting, doesn't matter what. I'm come to gym, you know, I try to do everything, but my head just not was there, you know.
But a
So
lot of people also don't realize is, you know, you guys from that part of the world, Russia, Ukraine, you guys are very tough exterior. You act like you know nothing bothers you because you have that very driven mentality. But you know, when your family's at risk and there's danger to your family, it gets you inside your heart there. I mean, you can't,
yeah, sure.
you know, you have to deal with it. And I'm sure it was probably very stressful for you.
Yeah. So, and I'm just remember I was breathe out when my family is, you know, this move to Germany, and you
Right.
know, I'm just sit like this, you know, I'm really like breathe out, like, and you know, this from this time I start step by step. I start sleep normal. I start, you know, this thing. I'm not overthinking what, you know, they maybe this last time it's full, like, but the last time you
Right.
speak with your family, or you know, just
Right.
like communicate.
When your family leaves Ukraine, what happens to all the stuff that they own over there? Did they just leave it, or did they sell it, or do they still own it? What's going on there now?
They just locked our homes. What was, if we talk about this, where place between Russia and Ukraine, yeah, they just lock apartment, and you know, uh, they move, they gone. But to be honest with this, even we lock this apartment, yeah,
Yeah.
military from Russian side, you know, they have this from government, like rules what they can take everything what they want. For example, if
Wow.
apartment locked, they, you know, they just um, how to say, unlock,
Break down
yeah,
the door.
break door, yeah, unlock, and go inside. They stay there. They live there. They do what they want, you know.
Oh boy.
So, and of course this horrendous, you know.
Yeah. Terrible. Terrible. Wow. Yeah. Thank God your family's out of there now. So, how do you feel about going into the show in 4 weeks now in Italy? Are you mentally ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready. You know, I'm, to be honest, like, I had a lot of hate of this last competition, you know, because of they say, oh, this is guy only post picture, nice picture in Instagram, but when he's come to stage, you know, he is not good, you know, or you know, there's something like that. You know, I'm just don't want to talk more much. I just want, go and prove everything to, this everyone will close mouth, So they're just like no other option, and will not say, oh, I will bring my best package, or I will do that, this. And also, I'm start work with a new coach, this Francisco Espin, and we had.
Who's coaching you now? I didn't hear what you said.
Huh?
Who's coaching you again now?
Francisco Espin.
Okay.
So we are, this. He's have a lot of knowledge, and main thing, what he have, it's we are have same understanding about and vision about bodybuilding and about progress, and how we see together our cooperation. Because on beginning, when I start work with with him, I ask his opinion, like what he think about my physique and way how we can preparation, do off season, and what he see, like, what he think general, how it will work. So, and we found same way with him, and to be honest, right now what I see and how it changes, I'm really happy to see right now.
Well, you got all the muscle, all the conditioning in the world. I think it's just I think you're at a point now where you're just kind of getting everything kind of fine-tuned. And once you finally learn how to peak your body perfectly on that stage, I think
exactly.
that you're going to be winning shows, and you're going to be on that Olympia stage on a regular basis. And you're still young. How old are you right now?
27.
Yeah, you're just getting started, man. Wait till you're 30 years old. You're going to look like a different person. And I just want to thank you for taking time out and talking to us.
Thank you so much.
I like to showcase people that are up and coming. You're obviously one of the freakiest bodybuilders out there. You got more muscle than anyone on that stage, and I'm looking forward to you finally coming into your own and starting to win some shows.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate, and also for your time. And it was nice to talk to you.
And my love and prayers that go out to your family, man, because man, that was to have to leave your home and go to another country. That's got to be very tough. And I know that probably played on your emotions too. I think now that everyone's settled, you're going to have a much better time also on stage, because you can really focus 100% now.
Thank you so much. And I will try make my best to see you on this year in Orlando.
Who gave you the name Vlad the Impaler?
How this Giles, this one from Muscular Development.
Who? He is Blackman?
No, this Giles.
Giles gave it to you. Okay, all right.
He's this one after my competition in Romania. So he even put it in this Muscular Development in magazine on these big letters. So there was there. Yeah.
Great.
A lot of people ask me about that. Also when I was in embassy, in USA embassy, they get in my visa. They ask me, oh, why they call you Impaler? Like what the fuck?
Oh, good, man. I always say, as long as they spell your name right, you're doing well. You're doing well. So thank you, Vlad, for joining us. Good luck in 4 weeks, and keep us updated.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, guys. And that's going to take us to the end of another RX Muscle Spotlight. I'm Dave Palumbo with Vlad the Impaler. We'll see you next time.